Welcome children, 12th accountancy unit 2 accounts of non-profit for not for the profit of organization. So in last video we learned the illustration 1. So now I'm going to explain the illustration 2. So illustration 2 and illustration 1, no other big changes in 1 and 2. So more or less the two are same, but the only thing is here they give a new item. You can see the illustration 2, from the following particular of Trichy Educational Society. Trichy Educational Society prepare receipt and payment account for the year end 31st December 2018. So this is a book of Trichy Educational Society. So we are going to prepare a receipt and payment account for the year end 31st December 2018. So other details they are given. We have to see one by one. They are given a opening cash balance. So this is a favorable balance. There is no issue. So favorable balance means in debit side you have to show this amount. Then investment made. So we have to made a investment. So that is a expenses. So that you have to show on the payment side. So investment made, you have to show this amount on a credit side. Then honorarium paid. This one is very new for you because this item is not in your format. Honorarium paid. So this amount is nothing but honorarium means is the remuneration paid to a person who is not a regular employee of the organization. So the remuneration paid to a person who is not a regular employee of the organization. It is a revenue expenditure. So remuneration means if you are regular employees, then you have to pay the remuneration. So this amount we have to pay the person who is not a regular employee. For example, any persons, for example, if you give any remuneration to AC mechanic or plumber, likewise you have pay any amount to them, that person is called a not a regular employees, because they are not a regular employees. If any problems, they will come and solve their problem and they get a remuneration. So honorarium is a remuneration paid to a person he is not a regular employee. So if you pay any amount as a remuneration to the not regular employee, that is called a honorarium. So that is a honorarium. So honorarium is not in your format. So that is the only difference between a 1 and 2. Other than that, there is no such a big changes in illustration 1 and 2. Other thing, donation received. Normally we have these things in a format. So donation received. So receipt side you have to show this. Audit fees paid. So this amount you have to pay in receipt side. Locker rent received, that you have to show on a debit side. Sale of furniture also it is a receipt, so you have to show this on a, it is a capital income, so that you have to show on the capital receipt, so you have to show this on a debit side. General expenses, so it is a expenses, so you have to show this on a payment side. Postage also is expenses, so that is also you have to show this on a payment side. Subscription received is a income, so that we have to show this on a receipt side, debit side of receipt and payment account. So these items only they are given. The only one thing is new item they are given as honorarium. So even though one time I want to explain, honorarium is nothing but is a remuneration paid to a person who is not a regular employee. So that is called a honorarium paid. So even you can think like that, if they are given a paid, then you have to post this amount on a payment side. So that's it. So then solution, as it is, you have to open your ledger account, double side of your ledger account. So in solution you have to write, in middle you have to write the, in the books of Trichy Educational Society receipt and payment account for the year end 31st December 2018. This must be you write on the middle of your note. Then left hand side is a debit, right hand side is credit. So this also you must be right. Then date column, if they are given a date, if they are mention any date, then you have to mention in a date column. Otherwise particular columns you have to write debit side receipts and amount. Credit side, in date column you have to write the date, and particulars column you have to write a payment. In amount column you have to write the amount. So if any adjustment, then we have to use the inner column. Otherwise we have to post, if we don't have any adjustment, then we have to post into the outer column. ஸோ இந்த சம்மில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இல்லஸ்ட்ரேஷன் 1க்கும் 2க்கும் வந்து பெரிய வித்தியாசம் இருக்காது. இல்லஸ்ட்ரேஷன் 2ல் வந்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஒரே ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. ஹானரோரியம்ன்றது ஈவன் தமிழில் வந்து நம்ம நன்கொடைன்னு கூட சொல்லுவோம். பட் டொனேஷனால் நன்கொடையில் வரும். ஸோ அதனால் வந்து ஹானரோரியம்ன்றது இட் இஸ் ரெமுனரேஷன், ஒரு சேலரி மாதிரி. இது யார் கொடுப்பாங்க அப்படின்னா ரெகுலர் எம்ப்ளாயி இல்லாத பர்சனுக்கு நம்ம ஏதாவது ஒரு அமௌண்ட் கொடுத்தோன்னா தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அ ஹானரோரியம். ஸோ இது வந்து பார்த்திங்க அப்படின்னா ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ ஒரு ஏசி மெக்கானிக்காக இருக்கட்டும், இல்லை வந்து ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டரில் ஆஃபீஸில் ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டரில் ஒரு ஹார்ட்வேர் ஏதாவது போயிடுச்சு, இல்லை வந்து ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் அப்படின்னா இப்போ பர்சன் அண்ட் கம் அண்ட் சால்வ் தட் ப்ராப்ளம் அவங்க வராங்க அப்படின்னா வி ஹாவ் டு பே சம் ரெமுனரேஷன் டு தம், அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு அமௌண்ட் கொடுப்போம். ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு அந்த அமௌண்ட்டை வந்து அவங்க வாங்கிட்டு போயிடுவாங்க. ஸோ தே ஆர் நாட் ரெகுலர் எம்ப்ளாயி, அவங்க வந்து ரெகுலர் எம்ப்ளாயீஸ் கிடையாது. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி அக்கேஷ்னலாக அவங்க வருவாங்க. தென் ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம்னா அவங்க சால்வ் பண்ணி கொடுத்துட்டு தே கெட் அ மணி. ஸோ அதுதான் அவங்களோட வேலை. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி உள்ளவங்களுக்கு நம்ம பணம் கொடுக்குறது ஒரு எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் தான் நம்மளுக்கு. ஸோ அது ஒரு பேமெண்ட் தான். ஸோ அந்த பேமெண்ட்டை வந்து ஒரு ரெவன்யூ பேமெண்ட். ஸோ வி ஹாவ் டு ஷோ திஸ் அமௌண்ட் ஆன் அ கிரெடிட் சைட். கிரெடிட் சைட் நம்ம காமிக்கணும். அதர் தென் தட் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இல்லஸ்ட்ரேஷன் 1க்கும் 2க்கும் பெரிய வித்தியாசம் கிடையாது. ஸோ இன் திஸ் டைப் ஆஃப் ரெசிப்ட் அண்ட் பேமெண்ட் வந்து you must learn the format. ஓகேவா, ஃபார்மேட் தெரிஞ்சாலே we can easily prepare the receipt and payment method. ஸோ ரொம்ப ஈவன் வந்து நம்ம ஒரு சின்ன பிள்ளைக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்தா கூட ஈஸியாக வந்து புரிஞ்சுப்பாங்க. ஸோ ஃபார்மேட் படிக்கணும், அவ்வளோதான். ஃபார்மேட்டில் என்னென்ன ஐட்டம்ஸ் வரும், அது எது வந்து பேமெண்ட் எது ரெசிப்ட்ன்றதை யூ மஸ்ட் பி கிளாஸிஃபைட் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சிருந்தால் மட்டும்தான் சம் உங்களால் போட முடியும். ஸோ இந்த சம்மில் வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா பெருசாக வித்தியாசம் கிடையாது. ஸோ we have to just explain. ஃபஸ்ட்டு இந்த சம்மில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா they are given a opening cash in hand. So opening balance you have to show this amount on a debit side. They are given a 20,000. Then donation receipt, this is also a receipt side. You have to show locker rent, sale of furniture. So sale of furniture is a capital receipt. So we have to show here. Then subscription receipt. So these are all the items we have to show this on a receipt side. Then payment side, by investment made, honorarium paid, audit fees, general expenses, postage. So after put all the amount, you have to add separately. Don't think like this. இந்த அமௌண்ட்டை பார்க்காதீங்க, ஜஸ்ட் யூ ஹாவ் டு see other amount. So you have, after entering all the amount in a receipt side and payment side, you have to add payment side separately, receipt side separately. After adding that, you have to find out the highest value. So you have to put the highest value on the both the side. So from the highest value or minus the lowest value, if you are getting this balancing figure. So if debit side is more than a credit side, then that amount you have to show on a credit side. So if the credit side is more than a debit side, then you have to show this amount on a debit side. But if you are getting a balancing figure here, that is called a bank overdraft. So this is, if you get a balancing figure here, it is a favorable balance. If you are getting a balance here, that is a unfavorable, that means overdraft. So likewise we have to prepare. So very easy to prepare a payment, receipt and payment method. So illustration 1 and 2. So if you listen the one, you can easily prepare the illustration 2 also. So I'm going to explain illustration 3. So before that I just read the question. Just want to explain the question first. Illustration 3. So illustration 3, from the following particular Chennai Sports Club. So if you see the questions, it is a not for profit organization. So their main motive is provide a service. So for example, club, even school, hospital, they are the service oriented organizations. So here the following particulars of Chennai Sports Club prepare a receipt and payment account for the year end 31st March 2018. So this is a book of Chennai Sports Club. So we are going to prepare receipt and payment account. So in the sum on the illustration 3. So illustration 3, page number 44 in your book. So illustration 3, page number 44. So this is a book of Chennai Sports Club. So they are given some information here. So one by one we are going to see. Here they are given opening cash balance and opening bank balance. Cash balance means in cash, if you have any amount, that comes under the opening cash balance. Opening bank balance is a bank balance. If you maintain a bank account, there is a balancing figure, so that amount is called the opening bank balance. This is a bank balance, this is a cash balance. So opening cash balance and opening balance, these two things we have to show on a debit side of receipt and payment account. So in receipt side, you have to put a to balance B by D by cash by bank. So you have to enter these two amount in the inner column, 10,000 and 15,000, and after that you have to add this thing, two things. If you add two things, you will get a 25,000. After adding this amount, you have to post on a outer column number podano. So this is a opening balance of cash and bank. So in cash, if you are maintaining, that is a cash balance. If you are maintaining a bank balance, that is a opening bank balance. Then interest paid means in payment side you have to show. Expenses also you have to show on a payment side. So telephone expenses, upkeep ground, that is also expenses, so you have to show on a debit credit side. Life membership fees received, so receipt side you have to show this. Bats and balls purchase, so this one is the expenses, so we have to show this on a credit side. Then subscription receipts 2016 to 17, 17 to 18, 18 to 19. So if you read this question here, prepare receipt and payment account for year end 31st March 2018. So at the end of the each year only we have to prepare the receipt and payment account. ஸோ நான் ஏற்கனவே வந்து தியரிஸில் நான் உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணியிருப்பேன். ரெசிப்ட் அண்ட் பேமெண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் எப்போ ஓப்பன் பண்ணோன்னா அது எண்ட் ஆஃப் ஈச் இயர், ஒவ்வொரு வருஷமும் எண்டில் தான் நம்ம ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ இந்த வருஷம் அதாவது 2018 நம்மளை வந்து ரெசிப்ட் அண்ட் பேமெண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் நம்ம மெயின்டைன் பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. பட் ஹியர் தேர் கிவன் அ சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் 2016 to 17, 17 to 18, 18 to 19. ஸோ 16 to 17 previous year subscription received, 17 to 18 during the year they are receiving 65,000. 18 to 90 future year they are receiving the subscription. Past, present, future. This one is past year they receive this amount. Current year they receive a 65,000. This one is future year, they are in future subscription they received in before. So 18 to 19 is a future year subscription amount also they are receiving. So they are given a subscription receipt 16 to 17, 17 to 18, 18 to 19. Present year, last year, present year and future year. Altogether they have a 74,500. Then tournament expenses. Expenses means you have to show this amount on a credit side. Then tournament fund receipt. This is a receipt, so you have to show this amount on a receipt side. Then closing balance of cash. So see here we have a opening balance as well as the opening balance of cash as well as the opening balance of bank. Okay, so 1 year opening, next year closing, 1 year closing, next year opening. So here the opening balance are they are given cash opening and bank opening. If you see here, closing balance of cash also they are given. Closing balance of cash also they are given. Now we are going to find out the opening balance of bank, closing balance of bank. So already they given a closing balance of cash. What are the things we are going to find out? We are going to find out the closing balance of bank balance we are going to find out. So while I prepare the problem, you should understand. So once again I just repeat the question. From the following particular Chennai Sports Club prepare receipt and payment account for the year end 31st March 2018. So 2018 receipt and payment account we are going to prepare. For that they have to give some information. First they are given a opening cash balance and a bank balance. Then interest paid, I already told you interest, it is a paid in the sense you have to show on a credit side. Payment side, so telephone expenses also payment, upkeep ground also payment side, life membership received is a receipt side, bat and ball purchase credit side, payment side, and the subscription receipt they are given a last year, current year and previous year. So 2016 to 17 is a past year subscription received. 17 to 18 is a current year. This one is a future year. So future year also they have to receive the subscription amount. So altogether we have to get 74,500 subscription received. Tournament expenses is a payment side. You have to show this amount. Tournament fund receipt you have to show on a receipt side. Then cash, closing balance of cash. So opening balance and closing balance of cash they are given. So we are going to find out the bank closing balance. So now we are going to prepare how to prepare statement, not a statement, it is a account for receipt and payment account. Illustration 3, page number 44. So in the books of Chennai Sports Club, receipt and payment account for the year end 31st March 2018. So you have to write like this only. So whenever you have to write this on your ledger note, so these things you have to write in the middle of your note. Then you have to write a credit and a credit side. Left hand side you have to write credit, and right hand side you have to write credit. Left hand side you have to write the debit. Then date column you must be write the date. Receipt column, in particulars column you have to write the receipt. And we have two columns of amount. One is the inner column, another one is outer column. So if you have any adjustment we have to use the inner column, otherwise we have to post this amount on a outer column. Then date, credit sides also you have to must show the date on a date column. Then the particulars column you have to write the payment and amount column. So you have to write the amount on amount column. So likewise you have to open format on your ledger note. Now we are going to prepare illustration 3. How to prepare a illustration 3. So first we have a opening cash balance as well as the opening bank balance. For that I have to write on a debit side. Whenever you have to start write debit side, you must be start with to balance B bar D. So B bar D. So we have a cash balance as well as the opening cash balance as well as the opening bank balance. So we have a two opening balance. So one is a cash, another one is a bank. So cash, they give a 10,000, so I have to write a 10,000 on an inner column. Then bank balance they given a 15,000. So this one also we have to put in an inner column. After entering this amount on an inner column, after adding these two things, then we have to post in an outer column. So after adding these two we get a 25,000. So you must be show this 25,000 on an outer column. Likewise you have to prepare. So if any adjustment we have, we have to use the inner column. Otherwise directly we have to post amount on an outer column. So then one by one we are going to enter in a format. So first, next thing they are given interest paid. Interest paid 5,000 they are given. So interest paid. So interest paid means payment side you have to put. Whenever you have to write anything on a payment side, buy, you have to use a buy, rent, interest paid, buy, interest paid. So interest paid they are given. What is the amount of interest? 5,000. So we don't have any adjustment, so directly we have to show this amount on a after column. Then telephone expenses. So telephone expenses also payment side, so that also we have to write on a credit side. By telephone expenses. So telephone expenses 7,000. So 7,000. Then upkeep of ground, so that is ground maintenance charges. By upkeep of ground, so upkeep of ground, so upkeep of ground charges 22,500. So that also we have to write here, 22,500. Then life membership fees received. So life membership fees received, receipt side we have to show. So in receipt side, to life membership fees received. So life membership fees received 5,500. How much? 5,500. So 5,000. So 5,500 they are given. So we have to write here. Then bats and ball. Bats and ball purchased. So that is a payment. So you have to show this amount on a credit side. Bat, ball. Buy bats and ball purchased. So by bats and ball purchased, what is the value? So bought bat and ball purchase 13,000. So the 13,000 they are given, so I have to write the 13,000. Then subscription received. So this we have to show on a debit side. So I already explained you. So in theory I already explained you. There is no distinction need to be made whether the amount received or paid related to the current period, previous period or future period. You don't mind that. So no distinction need to made whether it's a subscription amount received during the year or previous year or future year. So receipt and payment பொறுத்தவரையும் வந்து அது கேபிட்டல் ரெசிப்டாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை கேபிட்டல் பேமெண்ட்டாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை வந்து ரிசிப்ட் அண்ட் பேமெண்ட்டு அது எதுவாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை வந்து நம்ம சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் ரிசீவ்டு இந்த வருஷமாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை வந்து லாஸ்ட் இயர் உள்ளதை நம்ம ரிசீவ் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம், இல்லை வந்து ப்ரீவியஸ் இயர் அதாவது லாஸ்ட் இயர் உள்ளதையோ இல்லை கரண்ட் 2 இயர் உள்ளதையோ இல்லை வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர்க்குள்ளதை நம்ம ரிசீவ் பண்ணியிருந்தாலும் அதை நம்ம வேறுபடுத்தி பார்க்கணுன்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. அதை வந்து அந்த அமௌண்ட்டை நம்ம சேம் அண்டர் அவங்க என்ன ஆசிட்டிஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்களோ அதே மாதிரி ஆட் பண்ணி நம்ம வெளியில் காமிக்கலாம். எப்போ நம்மளுக்கு இது வந்து கொஞ்சம் டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் ஆகும் அப்படின்னா அடுத்தது எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சர் ரெவன்யூ அண்ட் எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சர் அக்கௌண்ட் போடும்போது மட்டும்தான் இதை நம்ம கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும் கொஞ்சம். ஏன்னா வந்து ப்ரீவியஸ் இயர் அதுக்கு தனி ஃபார்முலாஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ அப்போ மட்டும்தான் நம்ம அதை கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும். ஸோ பேமெண்ட் ரிசிப்ட் அண்ட் பேமெண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் போடும்போது அது கரண்ட் இயர் உள்ளதாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை வந்து லாஸ்ட் இயர் உள்ளதாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை ஃபியூச்சர் இயர் உள்ளதாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ அது சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் ரிசீட் வந்து எந்த இயராக இருந்தாலும் ஸோ அதை ஆல் டுகெதர் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம்னா மொத்தமாக நம்ம அதை ரிசிப்ட் சைட்லையோ இல்லை பேமெண்ட் சைட்லேயோ நம்ம அதை காமிக்கலாம். ஸோ இந்த சம்மில் நம்மளுக்கு வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா கரண்ட் இயர் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, ப்ரீவியஸ் இயர் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, லாஸ்ட் இயர் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இப்போ லாஸ்ட் இயர், கரண்ட் இயர், ஃப்யூச்சர் இயர் மூணுமே கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதை நம்ம எப்படி சம்மில் போடுறதுன்றதை நம்ம இப்போ பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் ரிசீவ்ட் 2016 to 17 4,500, 17 to 18 65,000, 18 to 19 5,000 they are given. So subscription receipt means you have to show this amount on a receipt side. So first you have to write to subscription received. So to subscription received, after that you have to mention the year 2016 17. So next 2017 18, then 2018 and 19. So inner column you have to use the inner column. So inner column 2017 you have to write a 16 to 17 4,500. So I have to write here 4,500. Then 65,000 for 17 to 18, then 5,000 for 18 to 19. So after entering this amount we have to add 65,000, 4,500 and 5,000, we get a 74,500. After adding this amount totally we have to show this amount on a outer column. So outer column you have to show all the amount 74,500. So 74,500 you have to show on the outer column. So whether it's a current year or previous year or future year, so you don't need to bother about that. So when how many years they have to given previous or previous year or current year, in future year they're given, so you have to add all this amount on a inner column, then you have to post this amount on a outer column. After adding this amount you have to post on the outer column. So that's it. Then other thing, tournament expenses and tournament fund receipt. Tournament expenses is a payment side, tournament fund receipt is a receipt side. So I have to write the tournament expenses here. So I have to write tournament expenses by tournament. Tournament expenses. So expenses. So tournament expenses, they are given an amount. So how much tournament expenses they are given? 12,500. So I have to write that 12,500. Then here tournament fund received. So So tournament fund received, they are given some amount. Tournament fund received 15,000. So that I have to write 15,000. So 15,000. So almost we have to enter all the amount. Whenever you have to watch the illustration 3, you must take page number 44. So here they are given opening cash balance and closing opening cash balance of opening balance of cash and bank they are given. So I have to write opening cash balance and bank balance here, and after adding this amount I have to post this amount on outer column. Then one by one I have to enter. If it is a payment, then I have to show this amount on a payment side. If it is a receipt, I have to show this amount on a receipt side. So interest paid, it is a payment, so I have to paid on a credit side, telephone expenses, upkeep, ground, bat and balls purchase, tournament expenses. Here life membership received, then subscription received during the year, previous year and current year, future year. So all this amount I have to enter, and after that I have to all the three amounts I have to add and I post it into outer column. Then one more thing is here, closing balance of cash they are given in a problem. Closing cash balance. This is a format. So in this format you can see here by balance C by D. This is a closing balance we have to find out. Here cash in hand, cash closing balance and bank closing balance. So to both items we have to find out, but sometimes they given a any one item they are given in a problem. For example, in this problem they are given a cash in hand. So cash in hand, that means opening balance of cash as well as closing balance of cash they are given. இந்த ப்ராப்ளமில் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா சம்லேயே உங்களுக்கு ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸும் கேஷ் பேலன்ஸும் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க, க்ளோசிங் கேஷ் பேலன்ஸும் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. ஸோ ஒன்லி திங் வாட் வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் இஸ் க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப் பேங்க் பேலன்ஸ். ஸோ பேங்க் பேலன்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் க்ளோசிங் நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ஸோ அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம இந்த எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் ரெசிப்ட் அண்ட் பேமெண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் ஓப்பன் பண்ணியாச்சு. தென் வாட் ஆர் த ஐட்டம்ஸ் தேர் கிவன் வி ஹாவ் டு என்டர் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் த ரெசிப்ட் அண்ட் பேமெண்ட் வி ஹாவ் டு என்டர், எல்லாமே என்ட்ரு பண்ணியாச்சு. இப்போ என்ட்ரு பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் தென் வி ஹாவ் டு ஆட் டெபிட், தட் மீன் டெபிட் சைட் செப்பரேட்லி, கிரெடிட் சைட் செப்பரேட்லி. Receipt side you have to add separately and payment side add separately. So if you add a debit side, we'll get a 1,20,000. So 1,20,000. If you add a credit side, we will get a 60,000. So whichever is the highest value, so 1,20,000 is the highest value. So I have to write the 1,20,000 on both the side. ஸோ இப்போ ரெண்டு சைடும் நம்ம செப்பரேட்டாக ஆட் பண்ணுறோம், டெபிட் சைட் அண்ட் கிரெடிட் சைட். ஸோ ரெண்டு சைடாக ஆட் பண்ணும் போதும் டெபிட் சைட் வந்து 1,20,000 கிடைக்கிது அண்ட் கிரெடிட் சைட் வி கெட் 60,000 நம்மளுக்கு கிடைக்கிது. ஸோ ஹையஸ்ட் வேல்யூலேருந்து லோயஸ்ட், ஸோ ஹையஸ்ட் வேல்யூ 1,20,000, லோயஸ்ட் வேல்யூ 60,000. ஸோ 1,60,000 மைனஸ் 1,20,000 minus 60,000 will get a 60,000. So 1 lakh minus 60 get a 60,000. So 60,000 is the answer. But already we have a cash balance, cash closing balance, but we need a closing cash closing bank balance. Already இந்த சம்மில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு கேஷோட க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. எவ்வளோ கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? 5,000 கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அப்போ நம்ம என்ன கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்? we are going to find out the closing bank balance கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். அப்போ டோட்டல் 60,000ல we already out of 60,000 total we get a different is 60,000. Out of this 60,000 already we received a 5,000. அதாவது கேஷாக வந்து இந்த 60,000ல இன்க்ளூடிங் கேஷ் இருக்குது, ஓகேவா? இட் இன்க்ளூட் கேஷ் ஆல்சோ. 60,000 include cash. So what is the cash balance? Cash balance is 5,000. So I have to minus the cash balance 5,000. So if I minus the cash balance, I will get a bank closing balance. So 55,000 is the closing bank balance. So 1,20,000 if you add debit side and credit side separately, so 1,20,000 I will get a debit side, 60,000 I will get a credit side. So if I minus 1,20,000 minus 60,000, get a 60,000. So in this 60,000 already they given a bank cash closing balance. So 60,000 including cash balance. So if you minus the cash closing balance, then you will get a bank closing balance. So even once again I just repeat that. So debit side and credit side நம்ம செப்பரேட்டாக ஆட் பண்ணும்போது 1,20,000 டெபிட் சைடும் 60,000 நம்மளுக்கு கிரெடிட் சைடும் கிடைக்குது. ஸோ 1,20,000லேருந்து 60 மைனஸ் பண்ணிங்கன்னா யூ வில் கெட் 60,000 உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். ஸோ இந்த 60,000ன்றது பேங்க் பேலன்ஸும் சேர்த்து கேஷ் பேங்க் ரெண்டையும் சேர்த்து தான் 60,000. ஸோ ஆல்ரெடி சம்மில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா க்ளோசிங் கேஷ் பேலன்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. ஸோ க்ளோசிங் கேஷ் பேலன்ஸ் எவ்வளோ கொடுத்துருக்காங்க? க்ளோசிங் கேஷ் பேலன்ஸ் 5000 கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. அப்போ 60,000ல் கேஷ் பேலன்ஸ் நீங்கள் மைனஸ் பண்ணிங்கன்னா தென் யூ கேன் கெட் அ பேங்க் க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சிரும். ஸோ now we are getting a closing balance 55,000. So 55,000. So 55,000 closing cash so closing cash balance is 5,000 and closing bank balance is 55,000. So if you add these two things you will get a 60,000. So in closing balance you have to show like this only. So in credit side we are getting the balancing figure. So by balance C bar D. So this is a closing balance, so you have to write the C bar D. Here you have to write cash 5,000, likewise bank so inner column you have to write the 5,000 cash, then bank closing 55,000. So 55,000. So if you add both the things you will get a 60,000. So 60,000. So likewise you have to prepare a exercise problem. So in this illustration 3 page number 44 they are given a opening cash balance of cash, opening bank balance, both the things they are given. So we have to write both the things in a debit side. So we have to use the inner column. So we have to show the cash balance and bank balance opening. After adding these two things we have to post it in a outer column. Then other things, if it is a payment, if it is a receipts, then you have to show this on a receipt side. If it is a payment, all the payment you have to show on the payment side. After entering all the payment and all the receipt in a respective columns, then you have to add a debit column separately, credit column separately. So after adding this we will get a 1,20,000 from the debit side, 60,000 from credit side. So highest value we have to put both the side. So both the column we have to put a 1,20,000 and 1,20,000. Then already in this sum they are given a closing balance of cash. So what we are going to find out? We are going to find out the closing balance of bank. So 60 out of 60,000 if you are minus the cash balance then we will get a bank balance. So both the things you must be posted here. By balance you must be post the cash. This amount already they are given. This amount we have to find out through the total receipt and payment account. So likewise you must be prepare one exercise problem. So even like illustration 1 and illustration 2, I already told you there is no big difference between illustration 1 and 2. So that only I can't able to work out the illustration 2. So more or less there is a same thing, only the different is honorarium they are given. So one new item they are given, so that also I have to explain to you. So then I have to work out illustration 3. So illustration 4 also there is no much more different between illustration 3 and 4. Only thing they are given outstanding salary and depreciation. So outstanding salary and depreciation, normally you don't show the non cash items on a receipt and payment. So these items comes under a non-cash item. So non-cash item usually you are not showing to the receipt and payment account. So that's it. So you must be work out one exercise problem. So already I gave exercise 1 as a homework. So now problem number 2 and problem number 3. So your home assignment is work out problem number 2 and problem number 3. While we are preparing a problem number 2, problem number 3, so if you get any confusion or if you are not able to understand in the sense, you have to ask me. So I will clear your doubt. So thank you children.